And now it's time for The Late Show with your host, PattyJack.
How's it going, everyone? I'm that socially awkward gamer you probably forgot exists, otherwise known as PattyJack. Welcome back to The Late Show with PattyJack, with returning guest today. Introduce yourself right now.
Hey guys, I'm the Walrus Man. I am the Eggman, Cuckoo Cachoo, otherwise known as Merciless Walrus, otherwise known as Alec, otherwise known as the artist formerly known as that awkward Call of Duty gamer. I like how your intro was very optimistic and showed a lot of self-confidence. Like, socially awkward gamer that you probably forgot, that's expecting a lot of your fans.
Yeah, right, no, and the really sad part is, I actually get comments that say, hey, okay, over the past month, this has been a thing, where people go on to, my Skyzy videos on my channel, and they're like, oh my god, I finally found you. I watched your videos, a year ago, and then I could never find you again. I'm like,
so it's not that they forgot you existed, they just never knew who you were in the first place.
They probably did, and that's fine. So I guess it is kind of a step up then. So that's a good thing.
So your intro should be, hey guys, what's up? It's PattyJack, that socially awkward gamer that you didn't know existed until you stumbled upon this video.
And then couldn't find it for a year and a half and forgot to write it down in your journal or subscribe. And welcome to the video. And making my intro half the video.
Yeah.
That seems
anyway, now we're currently in a video, so it's a little too late to open with that, but keep that in the back burner.
Hey, I can edit this. They wouldn't even know. You wouldn't even know.
We went into the editing process last time, if I remember correctly. You don't want to have to do that.
Something like that. They don't know how much I edit these down. There's so much that goes on that they don't even know. I should do a little sneak peek, a behind the scenes segment or something. That'd be neat.
Or just 1 week, when you're really not feeling like it, just upload the raw thing, and they can see just how much more there is that is totally unnecessary.
I mean, to be fair, all there is me saying unique New York, so I don't mess up every second word I say.
New York.
And then you singing that while I do it. That's what we did before this started. Legit.
That's fair.
That's the extent of everything, and this is the most impromptu episode I've ever done.
Yeah, so you messaged me, and I'm just like, yo, let me know if you want to do another one, and you're like, yeah, let's do, what are you doing now? And I'm like, well, I guess I'm doing a podcast, so here we are.
Yeah, dude, baller, and TBH, that wasn't even the reason I was messaging you, and we never even talked about the real reason, so that's fine, but... Well, I'll get into that. We'll get into that later. It's a secret reason that no one can know about. But it is related to this, and what I've been doing today... Well, okay, first of all, today, I went down to the U.S. because I live 20 minutes from the border. So we go down there every now and then because everything is cheaper. And I don't know if you know about this. Up in Canada, we're going through kind of a crisis right now. With gas and oil prices.
Oh, no, our crisis is much more philosophical.
Donald Trump and Hillary.
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah. But anyway, you guys have more of a normal person crisis.
Yeah. So, well, it's not exactly normal. One of the biggest oil towns in Alberta, in Canada, kind of in North America, really, basically burned down. The Fort McMurray, Alberta. And what that has done is kind of international news, but it's driven up all the prices of gas, and there's actually a gas shortage in Canada, so no one has it. So everyone kind of goes across to the States here because gas is 30% cheaper anyways.
Right.
So everyone's going down there. And now it's
going to be even more so.
Yes. So it was packed right now because people like to go down and do that. And then we went shopping as well. And I got Funyuns for the first time. I've got them right here. And they're delicious. I don't know. These were missing from my life for way too long.
Well, it really just fills a void because there's no other onion-related junk food.
Well, in Canada we have cheese and onion chips. And I don't think you guys will get those in the States because we're kind of more connected to the British Commonwealth and stuff. So they kind of taste like that. But
okay, I don't really know those.
I never had Funyuns. So it was Funyuns and it was Flaming Hot Cheetos that I always get when I go down to the States. Because we can't get them here.
The issue I love the taste of Flaming Hot Cheetos, but the issue for them, and I'm sure you've come across the same thing, is they mark you for 24 hours. If you go in public and people see your fingers, they know you've been eating those.
Yeah, well, that's a mark of pride. See, the problem I have with them is that they kind of look like used tampons. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, what kind of... I think the color is probably there. The powdery nature of it, probably not. Don't know what tampons you're looking at, but
I kind
of get where you're coming from.
Do not use them as a tampon. I wouldn't recommend doing that. That would burn.
I could see a lot of problems with that. Also, probably not very absorbent, is my guess.
Yeah, probably not. Anyways, okay. So
we're going to talk about actual things today, right? Or are we
yeah. No, I had a couple topics. The other thing I was gonna say is that kind of the secret topic is that I'm hiring on. Well, not hiring on. I'm getting a couple people to do some writing over on my website right now, which is really cool. Yes. So I've gotten 2 people. They're going to be doing probably movie stuff, editorials, blogs, and as well as like pro wrestling things because I'm super into pro wrestling and my friends are as well. Yep. So I'm trying to do that. Trying to get someone to do some gaming news videos as well. And the idea there is that I can host it on the website, but they can upload it to their channel so they get the revenue from the views. Which makes sense, right? So trying to do that. So I don't know if
IAmPattyJack. I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman.
Exactly.
Now let me handle my business. Damn.
So if anyone listening to this would like to possibly write for my channel or do a couple of videos or something, not for my channel, for my website, then you absolutely can. I can't offer you any pay right now because I'm poor and I don't generate a whole lot, but I'm kind of thinking that maybe in the future I can get like my Patreon really more set up than it is, and then possibly do it out that way, or even just get like proper AdSense, because I have actually bought the website. It is like an actual thing that exists. So, and it does have content on it that I'm making, but I want to get more stuff on it because I can't just be writing stuff every single day.
Yeah, I mean, you could, but you wouldn't leave the house or sleep that much.
It's not like I do anyways. I think I've gotten a combined total of like 25 hours of sleep in the last week, So that's been a thing. All right, let's move on to real topics for one. What have you been playing lately? Is there anything that you've been kind of like just indulging in as of...
So this past week, I actually just started work, so I haven't been playing too much, but I am looking to buy... I believe Hearthstone and Uncharted. Big fan of the Uncharted series. Just got into it the last couple years, so I know I'm real late. But I'm excited for...
To clarify, you meant Overwatch, not Hearthstone, right?
Yeah, you're right. You don't even need to buy Hearthstone, so there's 2 things wrong with that. Right. But yes, the other Blizzard game that people talk about.
Just had to clarify.
No, that was important. Otherwise, this would have made no
suck.
sense.
Worst guest. Worst guess, 8 out of 10. Still pretty good.
Worst. I mean, I still have a lot more time to either redeem myself or make things even worse. So, like, I don't know. I've got a lot of directions I could go with this, but we'll see. But anyway, Overwatch, coming from like a big Team Fortress 2 background, it seems like exactly the kind of shooter I want to get into. So I could see myself getting that like tomorrow.
Let me tell you, Overwatch is probably my favorite FPS since Bad Company 2.
Wow, that's like a long span of time.
Yes.
I'm trying to think, like, what's...
Other than that, the only thing that's ever come close to me, like, wanting to put this amount of time in it since Bad Company 2 came out was PlanetSide 2. So...
Gotcha.
And honestly, Overwatch, to me, is probably one of the better games that come out in the last few years. And it's because the aesthetic is really good, because Blizzard is really good at making those types of worlds, and just the gameplay is so smooth, all the characters are so different and varied, it doesn't feel like there's no character that plays similar to another one, right? But at the same time, there's nothing that I really feel is overpowered, mostly because every character has some overpowered abilities, right? With their ultimates.
Right, so, everyone's relatively overpowered, but not across an entire game.
Yeah, and there's like a boatload of characters as well. There's like 23 heroes in the game, which is a good increase from TF2. And I did my review yesterday for Overwatch, like a written review of it, which is over on my website right now if you want to go check it out.
Link in the description.
Shamelessly plugging myself, and yeah, basically I described it as a better version of TF2, and I know that's going to set everyone's alarms off in their head, being like, it's not better than TF2. And it's like, but guys, TF2 came out like 8 years ago. Right?
Exactly.
It's the natural, like, 8 years later, I expect a game to have come along that does what TF2 does, but does it better. That's what games should be doing.
Was TF2 really only... It had to be more than 8 years ago. I would have thought it'd be like 10 or 11. It
was like, what, 2007?
I thought... Well, so it was in the orange box, which was 07, and I think it came out before the orange box was actually released. So I would say 05, 06, but
So it's an old-ass game.
Yeah, no,
I expect...
like...
Yeah, I just expect things like when they come out, eventually somebody has to come along that takes an idea and does it better, and Overwatch does that, and that's just kind of the reality of it. It doesn't have like unlockable weapons or anything, but it doesn't need them because there's so much more you can do with each individual hero, in my opinion.
The style of play is so you can fit it so much to what you want to be doing, and you can vary it so much, go between classes. I found with TF2, even though there were ones that I was clearly better with, I was constantly switching it up. And you're right, like there has not been a top-tier class-based shooter since TF2, and it's been a long time coming. I'm hungry for it.
Yeah,
I'm hungry to get just absolutely wrecked.
Yeah, I think it's really great too, because those types of shooters are what keeps people invested. It's not going to be like a Call of Duty scenario where you're just getting something new every year. I feel like this is going to be the FPS that people go back to in between like shooter releases, and that might sound like, oh, they're just going to forget about it when Call of Duty comes out. Maybe some people will, but that's kind of a good thing that they're going to go back to it afterwards. You know, it has that lasting value, and that's what's going to keep the player base going, because you're going to get the dedicated fans, but then you're going to get people coming back to it every year as well.
Relating it to another Valve game, it could potentially be, from a competitive standpoint, a new age Counter-Strike, where it never really fully dies down. It's always got a very live appeal, and even if it's not the game you're actively playing, it's always in the back of your mind as something that you can jump on, either play it for fun or probably take it very seriously. But
yeah, and people say, I've heard people saying like there's not enough maps, or there's only 23 heroes and stuff, and it's like, even if they
only
don't add
23 heroes, what?
Okay, yeah, even if they don't add in more though, it could have that Counter-Strike thing where like Counter-Strike, they add in maps maybe, but does anyone play on anything other than Dust 2? Right?
I would say like 25% of the games I play even today in Counter-Strike are on the original maps.
Yeah, exactly. So
they're
like,
so good. Like,
yeah,
they were crafted exactly for the game. Like, there's a reason that they work so well. And I mean, I haven't played or picked up Overwatch yet, but I imagine that they spent a lot of time crafting the maps to be balanced, considering there's so few.
And I would love to see more of the maps, right? But if there isn't, I still feel like the ones they have are strong enough to kind of be all right for years to come. But I'm still in full support of there being more content.
Oh, obviously.
As long as it's not split up. I feel like it shouldn't be a paid DLC thing for this game. I think that's going to split it up a little bit too much, especially if you're going to introduce heroes.
Well, so unfortunately, even though, like, obviously, yeah, not paying for stuff is better, you look at Blizzard's history, how they've handled expansions and updates for World of Warcraft and StarCraft. Generally, you pay for it.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. If they were to introduce new heroes, and I was thinking about this, I was actually comparing Overwatch to Hearthstone a little bit, right?
Pay by the hero?
No. If they release like a pack of heroes or something that you can either buy or you could buy with like the in-game currency, right? If they were to do that, would you think it would be beneficial for them to take a page out of Hearthstone and put in a version of this wild and standard mode play? So that if there's new heroes that counter others or make other ones inferior, you still have the option to go through that ones with the new heroes and maybe not some of the older heroes, but then have a mode that is literally everything as well.
That's a tricky one, because the thing is, like, they're not really completely similar. Wild and Standard and Hearthstone.
Like, this would be down the line.
They just did that to make it easier for new players to jump in. That was their main concern.
Well, I don't think I agree with that though, because
it's one of the two. That and also balance.
Yeah, because now they're not bound to balance absolutely everything together.
But I do think it does make it easier. Like, a new player trying to jump in, if we only had Wild still, there would be so much stuff they'd need to get. So many old, like what are they, solo mission things that they'd have to buy. Whereas now it's a much smaller pool and they can get right into it. As far as splitting up the modes, like, I think like maybe a more similar example might be like how when Call of Duty, and I haven't played any of the like last two of them, but in the past, I know when they released a map pack, they might have a lobby just for that. Or even for like certain weapons that you wouldn't have overlap. So if you wanted to play with the new ones, you could opt into it, or you could choose to stay in lobbies that exclude them entirely. I don't know how much that would work. I feel like people would gravitate towards the new ones anyway. But it'd be interesting to see. They've got a lot of directions they can go with it. But the less money I have to spend for it is always going to be ideal.
Yeah, I still pity everyone on consoles paying like $60 for that game.
Yeah.
$40 PC, that's the perks, man. Spend $2,000, but you get savings over the course of the long run. Well, it only cries for a few
general
months.
have saved me like $1,000 or something.
Exactly, right?
Steam, great thing. Still haven't made a new Half-Life, so they're like a 9 out of 10 in my books.
9 out of 10 kind of shit, IGN.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of the way it's going.
9 out of 10 may or may not have gotten paid to write the review. Oh well.
So you think you're going to be picking up Overwatch pretty soon?
I think I'm definitely going to be picking it up. It's just a matter of how soon I sell my soul even more so to Blizzard and company. Probably within the next week, next weekend at the latest.
Are you getting it for PC or console?
PC.
We can play it together then?
I think that you got to. My
Dude,
PC's
absolutely.
a little out of date, so...
Dude, it's cool. That game actually runs decently well.
I'm going to have to see...
It's pretty smooth.
I might even just try playing TF2 or Counter-Strike and try to record it just to see if it can do that on high res, because I think that might be a decent starting point. The graphics aren't too insane where I could see it really taking a toll, but at the same time, my PC it's like 4 or 5 years old now.
Yeah, well, mine's getting up to 3.5 years. I'm actually looking to upgrade mine right now, so that'll be a good thing. Oh, the 1070's coming out, man. And apparently that thing is insanely good for the price. So pumped.
How much is it?
It's $380, and it's marginally more powerful than the Titan.
What?
Yeah! Seriously, all the
Stop. That had to be a type. It is not that cheap.
Yeah, it is, dude.
Stop.
Go look at all the reviews. I went through GameSpot's review, I went through all these other reviews and everything. They benchmarked it and everything. It's more powerful than the Titan, and it's going to be $380, and it comes out on the 10th. Legit.
Wow.
And then the 1080 is coming out as well, and that thing's even more powerful, right? But that one's going to be $600. So I'm looking to upgrade my PC, so I'm going all into that 1070, man. If that can drop it down by 35% price-wise, that's amazing. I mean, because when you think about it, though, the Titan wasn't actually that great of a card. I mean, the 980 and the 980 Ti were generally more powerful anyways. So it was kind of it was very weird release for them. I don't know if it kind of did what they were expecting it to. But who knows?
Wow. Yeah, I'm looking at this, and I will need to change my underwear.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. So as soon as I get my next paycheck, I think it's all going in there. And I want to get rid of... I basically had to redo my computer because I don't want my user profile to corrupt again. Lost literally everything on my desktop. It was terrible.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. All right, we should probably head to a break. When we come back, what do you want to talk about? I don't know, Dave. Any ideas?
Well, we can finish up with Overwatch with a little bit on that, and then I guess we had other topics. It'll be a mystery box.
We'll talk about it in the break, and when we come back, we'll do that. And for now, though, you got some what are they called? Commercials? That's what they're called. I got commercials for you, so enjoy those.
What is this, television?
Yeah, it is.
All right.
I hope I'm never in television. Anyways, we'll be right back. Do you hate cats? PattyJack does.
No kidding, that's a bad cat!
That's why when you subscribe to IAmPattyJack, you are guaranteed a 100% cat-free zone. Don't let those feline get you down. Subscribe to IAmPattyJack today and show them who's boss. Because cats are assholes. Play me off, keyboard cat. Everyone loves zombie survival games. Too bad for you, none of them are finished. That's why I took it upon myself to create SkyZ, the premier zombie survival let's play on YouTube. What makes it so great? Apart from my award-winning voice and personality, it features undead monsters, engaging stories, hardcore parkour, and a creamy ranch dressing. Okay, I lied about the dressing. SkyZ, the only thing featuring zombies that isn't in early access.
Today's episode is brought to you by World of War Pets. Pilot dogs, cats, and canaries in this class-based MMO that was labeled too bloody for children under 22 years old. Pre-order the Blood Battle expansion pack to send thousands of small creatures to their deaths all at once. World of War Pets, now available on Mac, PC, iOS, Android, and Dreamcast. Holy shit.
It's always been your dream to guest on a podcast. Don't lie, I know it has. Well, you're in luck. I'm always looking for new guests on The Late Show with Patty Jack, so if you're a YouTuber, game developer, industry worker, or anyone else, feel free to get in contact. Those interested in guesting on The Late Show with Patty Jack can send an email to IAmPattyJack@gmail.com. That's IAmPattyJack@gmail.com.
Welcome back, everyone. I am that socially awkward gamer you probably forgot I existed. I was Patty Jack.
How did they forget you existed? They were just watching the first, however long part of the, 10 minutes or 15 of this video.
You're thinking about it too much, man. It's a freaking catchphrase. I don't know what you want from me.
I think you need a catchphrase rebrand. I think we're going to need to put a lot of work and advertising dollars to rebrand you to your audience. I'm thinking a Super Bowl halftime spot where we announce the new Patty Jack slogan to start videos.
But I don't like football though, and they don't air Super Bowl commercials in Canada. Dude, that's a stupid. Okay, did you know that? So in Canada, whenever the Super Bowl goes to commercial, right, and you guys get all the commercials, we don't. We get Canadian commercials instead.
You're absolutely right. That is stupid.
We have to wait for a day. And then we had to go watch them all on YouTube afterwards. It's the dumbest thing in the damn world.
Well, at least they put them on YouTube now. I'm sure 10 years ago it would have been awful.
Dude, Canadian commercials are awful in general, man. Seriously, they're the most depressing things ever. Have you ever seen the rape whistle commercial?
I think so.
Dude, yeah. It's like, oh, what do you get for your birthday? It's a rape whistle. Silence. It's
not to make a joke of rape, but would a rapist apologize in Canada? Or would the victim apologize?
It's probably
I don't know which is more Canadian.
Well, generally when you're having sex in Canada, it's just a bunch of apologizing to each other. So
That's
I don't know
fair.
if it falls under the same.
And maple syrup for lube.
It's not very good lube. In fact, after it's been drying for a bit, it kind of gets more sticky.
Well, then you just have to add more.
It's not as great as you would think.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's finish up talking about Overwatch, I guess, and then we're going to go into more pop culture stuff.
What do you want to talk about Overwatch?
Oh,
do you have a topic? I'm going to eat my Funyuns while you take this one.
Dude, eat all your Funyuns you want. No, I just wanted to laugh at the concept of, the fact that the Overwatch porn is a thing and that Blizzard is trying to combat it and is, getting into it with Pornhub. Very funny. I mean, I've never seen that happen with the game before.
Well, from what I understand, it's not that Blizzard's against the porn aspect of it, but I think from what I've heard, they're specifically combating ones that use assets from the game, right?
Assets.
Yes.
Well, they're gonna have a lot of assets. They're in porn.
But I mean, they're you know how people use a what's that that source filmmaker or whatever. When people make things like that, but they use the actual assets that come out of the game.
Oh, so anything trademarked,
yes.
Essentially.
So that's what they're going after. As far as I know, and I could be wrong, but as far as I know, they haven't actually gone after any of the drawings or anything like that. That's actually original work.
That's great to hear.
Yes, because not just because porn is cool, but because I think that's actually kind of healthy for the industry, and that's actually a good thing for Blizzard. Because that means that people are invested enough to want to go see these characters naked.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I had no interest in doing it until a day ago. And when I found out that they actually cared about it, and I'm like, all right, now I have to see what it is that got them to start talking about it.
Yeah, and it's whether you look at it or not, at the end of the day, if people are going through all this time and effort to make artwork that's actually well created, that means that the company's doing something right.
Yeah, it's just funny. I'd never seen a game bring up that much
in such a short amount of time. I think part of it though was because of that Tracer debacle.
Yeah, that's true.
Where they had to where they gave in and redid her victory pose because there was too much too much asset for them.
Yeah, a little bit.
So that was the thing.
Anyway, so first we want to touch on an article you sent me and something that I had just heard about. Battlefront 3 fan remake. It's going to be on Steam and it's going to be for free, and I want it. I want to play it.
Yeah, my only concern is whether or not it's going to be that good, because it is being made for none of them dollars.
Well, we're also spending none of them dollars to play it, so if it sucks, fine. I just, like, there's no investment on our part except for the half hour it'll take to figure out if it's any good, so that's all right, cool.
Yeah, that's pretty fair, and if you can go and find the trailer and the article that I wrote up over on my website. Oh, that's like the third plug today. I'm on the ball.
Oh, we're
right
going
now.
for a record. You only need 3 more in the next, like, 10 to 15 minutes, and
then I'll be IGN.
IGN certified.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so if you head over to the website, then you can go find the trailer and the little article I did today. But it's being made completely for free. They can't charge money for it, because if they did, Disney would be on their ass instantly with a DMCA cease and desist order. They haven't so far, and because Valve has backed this, it's very interesting because they obviously mustn't be concerned about it either. You know,
right?
Because I don't know, because there's no way they would ever back it if they thought that it could just be taken down, unless they think that if it does get a cease and desist, then they just take it off there and then doesn't affect them in any way.
Right.
I don't know what the dealio, what they're thinking of that would be, but it's very interesting, and the game looks pretty cool. It's basically like a remake of the canceled version that had a bunch of leaked footage out for a few years ago, right?
Yeah, exactly. In looking at it, I think it's not something that Disney's going to take much offense to, because the fact of the matter is PC exclusive gamers aren't playing their game anyway, so they're not losing any dollars by this happening. If anything, they're just breeding more loyalty for the brand and giving people more of a way to interact with Star Wars. So
I think the other argument
get about it, that's it's going to be a very Disney thing to be doing, but well, I guess that's the problem.
The other argument that I think could be made too, and I don't know when this fan remake was starting to be made, but if it was originally, like, if work originated on it before Disney got the rights to Star Wars, does that mean they can legally do anything against them?
Probably, but I'm not sure.
It would make it a bit more difficult, I would imagine, though.
Well, they would still need to get the rights from Lucasfilms before. If they got the rights from the previous owner, then yeah, I imagine it would carry over. But otherwise, probably not. But
it's a very
then
weird
again,
situation.
I ain't no lawyer.
Yeah, and again, this comes at the heels of another thing that happened with that one World of Warcraft server that got shut down by Blizzard a few months ago. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, did you ever hear anything about that?
Very little. Please explain to me and the other viewers that live under rocks.
Right. So I'm not a huge Warcraft fan, and I don't know the absolute extent of this, but this is what I gathered from it. There was a fan-made vanilla World of Warcraft server that people were logging into and playing, because you can't actually play vanilla WoW and all the balancing and areas and assets, because usually when an expansion is released in World of Warcraft, it changes a big portion of the area. You know, there's like say Stormhold is destroyed or something. I don't know, right?
Right.
And this vanilla version reverts it back to how it was originally released, and people were enjoying playing it there. And it was up for a couple of years, I think, and then Blizzard recently came in and took the whole thing down, and basically shut everything down. And there's a big uproar about it because people wanted to play it, and they were saying, well, like, we're not making any money off this or anything. But Blizzard's like, nope, sorry. And a big reason for that was because they were using actual assets from the game, like we were talking about earlier with the Overwatch porn, right?
Right.
So it seems like they're going after their trademarks, because there is the legal thing where if you allow people to use your own assets and everything, it can actually take the trademark off eventually.
Right.
And it can be free reign for anyone. So that seems to be a big reason that Blizzard went after that as well, because they were using assets from it.
Well, unfortunately, it looks like this Star Wars remake is going to be using quite a few assets.
But are these assets from the canceled game, or are they being fully remade? I'm not exactly sure about that, right?
It's a good question.
Because if you make them from scratch, then that should fall under fair use.
It should.
Because that, like, again, that's going back to the Overwatch porn thing. The drawings aren't being taken down.
Yeah, right. Right.
So as long as they don't use the Star Wars name, which they're not doing, I guess they should be okay. It's being made in the Unreal Engine 4, which I don't think was the original game being made on that? I don't even know.
I don't think so, but a lot of stuff is made on that engine, so it's possible.
Yeah. Who even knows? But yeah, it's a thing that's happening, and it's going to be coming out on Steam. Which is it's very odd. I'm very glad to see it, because I think that we deserve to have a potentially good Battlefront game. That'd be really nice.
Yeah.
I'm still salty. I still can't play that game unless I'm from Peoria.
Yeah, I did play it. I don't think you're missing too much. Like, it was fun, but
I played it for a good 10 hours, but that's because I had to keep convincing it I was in Peoria, Illinois, for it to let me play the multiplayer.
The struggles we go through to enjoy an evening by ourselves.
I played it for 7 hours too long. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. I mean, I probably played it for even longer than that. Okay. I don't know if I'll go back to it. It's pretty meh.
I have a question. Are funny and burps a thing?
Are snack food burps a thing in general? Like, well, I don't know. Like,
probably, but I mean, after these Funyuns, my burping is going up rather exponentially right now. So that's a thing that's happening.
Like, I would answer that with another question. Is it healthy to allow my dog to lick my open mouth multiple times a day? The answer, probably not, but I'm not sure.
I thought, wasn't it a thing that, like, dogs' mouths are cleaner than humans, though?
So, like, the thing, it's kind of twofold. Because, yes, they do have more lysosomes or whatever they're called that do keep them cleaner. But, at the same time, they're licking, like, fucking everything from, like, the grass outside to their own buttholes. So, like, how clean could it really be?
Why do you know that?
I have a dog.
So you know what type of things are in its tongue saliva?
Yeah, but then you remember that it's like it's a clean and it loves me, and I don't stop making me like reconsider life decisions. This is the last thing I need to be worried about. I haven't gotten sick in over a year. I think it's keeping me healthy.
Lick your lips.
You
let your dog mac on you.
Infer whatever you want from my previous statement. I will say no more. But
okay, that's fair.
Yeah, probably.
You try to entice it, throw a little peanut butter on there.
No, that's although obvious. She's a big fan of peanut butter. I don't need to put peanut butter on my lips though. She's very aggressive anyway.
Okay, that's fair. All right. Is there any other topics you can think of off the top of your head?
We were going to quickly talk about music. You seemed like really interested in the idea of bringing up Ariana Grande.
Well, not so much bringing her up.
I want to delve into that.
More like knocking her down a peg.
So, in what sense? Because, like, I have a pretty mixed bag review of her. Like, I think she's got a fantastic voice. I know you disagreed when I said I thought she was real hot. Other than that, I have nothing positive to say about her.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm gonna throw this out there first. I don't give a shit about her voice.
I think it's really. She's got a great range.
I don't know what she sounds like, and I will fully admit that. All right, I don't even know. But I hear everyone saying she's like the hottest person on the planet, and I wholeheartedly disagree. I think she looks like a stick figure, and I just don't think she's that attractive at all. I think her face looks weird.
She looks like a kind of like a tan Barbie doll in a sense,
or a praying mantis.
Wait, but by the way, totally unrelated. But do you know what is it? Ruth Bader Ginsburg?
No.
On our Supreme Court.
No.
Google her. It's Supreme Justice or Justice Ginsburg. Apparently, like a praying mantis species was named after this woman.
Okay.
Because of the work she did on, I think, like women's rights or gay rights. Very strange, but that for some reason that reminded me of it. Yeah, it's crazy. Well, no, because like female praying mantises are like just like very dominant over the males. So like I guess they figured like this.
So it's a feminism thing.
Yeah, it's a big feminism thing, but it's like a weird way to thank her for it.
Feminists, they're just like predatory insects.
Yes, and if they were given the chance, they would rip your head off after copulation.
That's a true fact. Absolute. Completely true, 100%.
Yes. Anyway.
I read it on IGN. It's true.
Yeah, it must be.
Yeah, so I think Ariana Grande does look like an insect, and I also think, this is slightly unrelated, but still related, Selena Gomez looks like a 2-year-old toddler.
Well, she's got like a little bit of like that chubby face, but like I think
she looks like a baby, and it bothers me. It bothers me that people really are that attracted to her because it just makes me feel uncomfortable.
You would spend the rest of your life with her in a heartbeat if given the opportunity.
I'm not saying I wouldn't.
All right, well,
but I'm not discounting the fact that I think she's a bit overblown. So there's that. But I'm also a very pessimistic person when it comes to celebrities in general.
Well, most of them are shitty people, so you're probably pretty on point. I don't know. Like, I don't care for their music, really. But like, yeah, they look good.
I think that's very subjective. I think, what's her face? What's her name? The chick that played, the blonde girl in iCarly.
Jeanette McCurdy.
Yeah, I think she's really attractive.
Did you know she dated a 7-foot-tall basketball player?
Okay, I don't want to piss him off.
Andre Drummond. She dated Andre Drummond. Very funny.
That's hilarious. And
for like a year, I think.
Really?
Like over a year,
Mila Kunis dated the Home Alone kid.
I do remember for a long time.
Yeah.
And then he got into hard drugs. And I guess they stopped.
Why would you give that up?
Why? Yeah, I know, the Home Alone guy, Macaulay Culkin.
I would give up meth. I would give up meth for an instant. In an instant for Mila Kunis, man.
Well, maybe it's the other way around. Like, he was starting to lose Mila Kunis, and to cope with that, he started doing meth, to numb the emotions.
I would just start doing Mila Kunis.
Like, maybe she's like, no, moving on. I realize that you're not really famous anymore.
I don't think she would care about that.
Remind
Mila Kunis is the most awesome and nice person in the world. Yeah, but they had history together.
Yeah.
They were snorking when she was 14.
Ooh, that's... All right.
Yeah, when she was on that 70s show for the first when she started, she was 14 years old. I don't know if she actually kissed Ashton Kutcher before she was like at least like 16 or something though.
No, but that's still, I totally forgot that she was that young. All right, yeah.
Yeah, she actually lied to get on the show. I only know this because I love that 70s show. That's like one of my top 5 shows.
Oh, pretty good show.
That's the thing. I loved it. It was my jam. Grew up with it.
Nice. So we were gonna like maybe delve into music, but like it sounds like you don't really listen to music. You just to judge the artists.
Well, okay. I do know a decent amount of music, but that's mostly because I'm a radio host, so I probably should know about music.
But like, wait, so what's something you've listened to in the last month that you liked?
Well, since I'm the radio station I work at, doing the morning show, it's classic hits, so it's a lot of like 60s through 80s, right? So there's a lot of good stuff and then a lot of crap, we have, for some reason, we have other songs by Men Without Hats other than the Safety Dance, which I hate. That should never be a thing. They have
other songs?
Yes, and they're all shit.
I believe you.
So that's a thing. I've been getting more into Johnny Cash lately. Because I'm
listening to enough Johnny Cash.
Yeah. Other than that, though, like, music-wise for me, I'm in kind of like an eclectic taste. I don't really, like, follow, like, one band or, like, this album's coming out or, like, this new single's out. It's just like, I like this. I'm going to listen to this. Oh, I like this other song by them. That's cool. And it kind of doesn't go anywhere. I like Alter Bridge.
What is Alter Bridge?
It's kind of like it's basically Shinedown, but slightly heavier metal.
Interesting.
I think they're pretty good. I've always liked them.
I'm gonna have to Google that.
Yeah, they're pretty good. I like a bit like even like a bit of reggae and stuff, like very very basic like Damian Marley, Bob Marley type thing. A bit of Collie Buddz as well.
Nice.
I think he's kind of cool.
I was doing a crossword puzzle today and it said like it's reggae album from '74 and I'm like, well, I know it's probably a Bob Marley one. I just don't know which one.
Yeah. That's like me with all music.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, I know it's probably by a band I know, but I just don't know what band. I only know is I like the music, and it's good.
That's actually... I wish people had more of that kind of opinion when it comes to music, because even I can be a little closed-minded, but, like, I just, like, enjoy stuff. If you don't like it, whatever. But, like, people get into arguments about, like, rapper X versus rapper Y, and, like, trying to... qualify which one is more talented, and it's like whatever. If you don't like it,
which is the dumbest thing.
Yeah.
Because when you think about it, right, music more than anything else is a subjective medium, right? Even more so than TV shows and video games, right? Because when you're listening to music, 9 times out of 10 you could be listening to it because it speaks to you personally, right? I think there's a deeper connection there. So you're never going to convince anyone else who doesn't like a certain thing that they're going to like it just because you like it.
I completely agree.
Oh god, your mic went crazy there.
Like, it's easy to tell apart a bad movie from a good one, I'd say, than it is an objectively bad song versus an objectively good one, because like there are a lot of songs that I would say are complete shit, but odds are they made more money than a lot of the stuff I like a lot and were more successful. So like
and at the end of the day, like even like I don't like Linkin Park. I think I just don't like them
I used to like Linkin Park, and then I grew up.
And the thing is though, there are people who haven't grown up.
Right.
But they listen to Linkin Park and they're like, yeah, this sounds like me. That's cool. And if that's you, that's totally fine. That's all right. I'm not saying Linkin Park's bad. I'm saying I don't like them. Yep. And that's totally okay. I don't have to like everything you like. You don't have to like everything I like. That's
no, you have to
fine.
like Avril Lavigne, man.
I like Avril Lavigne.
Yeah, good.
Mm.
All right,
I even like Nickelback for a couple songs.
Oh no, okay.
No, dude, Nickelback
I like
is
Rockstar. I like Rockstar, and Photograph, I guess, is fine. But like, they just like they make all their shit sounds very, very similar.
Yeah, but that's my point. Nickelback is great for 3 songs, and then you hear the same 3 songs again. They're just called different things.
I never got their like why they're such a target, because like they're not the absolute worst thing on the radio. Like, I don't think they're that good, but
they're not as bad as Sick Puppies.
Probably not. Yeah, I could probably name quite a few.
I don't like Sick Puppies at all.
I can tell. I also don't like actual sick puppies. I like puppies to be healthy and disease free.
Well, we can agree to disagree on that.
You bastard. I mean, for me, it's more selfish because I let them lick my face. So if they're sick, like, it's bad. If
they get sick, it's your fault.
Yeah,
you gave them something.
I gave them love and affection. What more do you want?
You gave them too much. They got sick.
Fair. Mm. Why are you assuming I'm the one that got them sick? Why, this could be a two-way street.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's fair.
All right, let's move on. I don't want to talk about me making out with dogs anymore.
Okay, do you have another topic?
I don't really. I need to listen to Alter Bridge, and I need to touch myself to thoughts of getting a new graphics card. Yeah, that 1070 looks like something I'd want to sleep with for a few months before putting a ring on it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd take it on a couple dates. Get a nice bottle of wine.
Yeah, absolutely.
A couple years old. Really impress it. And then to kind of move on, slowly get towards Netflix and chill levels, I think is the general idea.
I'd want to make that jump quite quickly, as long as they were okay with it.
Nah, it's all about the lead up, man. Anticipating it every time.
I subscribe to that theory, but
okay. Well, we can agree to disagree.
We've been doing a lot of that on this podcast.
Get puppies sick again. That's fine. I feel like we should probably end it here.
If you say so, man. I could keep going like this for another 2 hours.
We're almost talking about bestiality, so I'm gonna make the judgment call.
Oh, fine. We'll save that for next week.
That's fair. Tune in next week when we talk. No, not gonna happen.
Nope.
Not going that far.
And everyone unsubscribes permanently.
That's fine. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, give this video a like. I'd be super appreciative. Where can they go check out your stuff if you're even doing anything? I don't know.
I'm going to... I'm going to do stuff. I just need to actually get settled in. I'm moving into a new apartment on Wednesday. I'm going to try to be doing stuff next weekend. So there is this YouTube channel called Merciless Walrus. Trademark. Copyright.
Reserve.
No, there's none of those. But I'd like to imagine I had the legal team to get all that together. But yeah, you can go there. Should be making new content. If not, then I'm obviously doing a very poor job of going through on my word, which, some things don't change.
Yeah,
optimism.
Cool. So if you want to go check him out, go do that. If you want to go check me out, if you haven't subscribed to me already, I highly recommend you do that. You can subscribe to me over at youtube.com/IAmPattyJack and go check out my website. Bam! There's another one.
I highly recommend you check out his YouTube channel. I think the fourth recommendation to check out the website though disqualifies you. So like maybe go there for the Star Wars article, but like beyond that, I think he's really trying to whore out those clicks.
Dude, I need it.
Yeah,
all the ad revenue on that website. I don't even have ad revenue on that website, so it's a thing.
Good point.
Yeah. All right, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Have a wonderful day.